Hi, gang. Well, I'm back up here at Eagle Beach Campground. Another, I guess it was maybe 3-4 weeks ago when I was chased out of here by the bugs. Well, they're not nearly as bad now, but it's, where is it? It's 70 some odd degrees. I don't know if you can see that or not. And it's 5 to 7 at night. It's too hot to be at home, but it's a hell of a lot better up here. Anyway, I just thought I'd burn a couple of hot dogs and set up the tarp, sleep out in the hammock, just for things and giggles today on An Old Man in the Woods.
I build a fire.
Got my Tostitos and salsa, although both of them are just about gone. Got my Jetboil flash for in the morning, my Kelty backpack, which just goes in the car. But I wanted to show you this. From that tree over to this tree is a lot farther than I thought. So I'm using my Titan Survivor cord as my ridge line, and the hammock is on almost the last loops of the straps. It's quite a bit longer. The Titan survival cord, I got 50 feet, and it's using about 30 feet of it to string that up, so it's quite a bit further than I thought. One thing I did want to show you though, the other day at my local Sportsman's Warehouse, I came across this. Looks like a Klean Kanteen bottle, doesn't it? Well, it's not. And as far as I can tell, the only difference, this is my, was that Smart Choice? I don't know anything about this company, but, and I compared them, and the tops are the same, except on the Klean Kanteen, this is insulated. It's covered here and it's insulated. This is not. All right. Now, when I looked at this thing really, really close, I can't turn it over too much. I got water in it. But everything looks the same. Same stainless steel, I think. Now, what grade of stainless steel might be significant, I don't know. But this little baby, cap and all, was $5. It's a 40 ounce stainless steel bottle. That this one is not insulated, so you can boil your water in it. A Klean Kanteen, as much as I like Klean Kanteen products, it's like $26 for pretty much the same bottle. Now, you've seen my wide mouth Klean Kanteen. It's the one that froze and it doesn't stand up anymore, keeps tipping over. I like that bottle a lot. But if I had seen this in a wide mouth, I probably would have bought this one. But anyway, what can I tell you? It's you save the money, you know. And Smart Choice is this company, and I don't know where they're out of. It doesn't have an awful lot of information on here. It says something down here. Oh, just the stats. 18.8 stainless. Now, can you see that? So now you know as much about this bottle as I do. And my Thermacell. Oh, it's working finally. It must have been plugged or something, because I've been beating on this thing for an hour. But you see the little glowing light in there? That says it's working. So, having said that, I'm a happy camper again. Well, I don't know, but I'm thinking the buns are just about done. And the hot dogs look pretty good too. I'm not gonna run a fire all night tonight because it is so blistering hot out here. But I did want to cook the hot dogs. Thought I'd tell you a story while I'm sitting around the fire here. I decided I'm going to burn most of that wood because I don't want to haul it home again. But some of the guys on YouTube, the other YouTube channels, have been telling stories of their favorite memories of camping and such. So I thought I'd share one of my favorite stories about camping. It was back when, I don't know, I guess I'd have to be in my mid-20s, I guess. And a buddy of mine and I were up in my home area of northern New York, and the state has pre-built lean-tos throughout the Adirondack Park up there that anyone can use anytime, or at least in those days you could use it anytime. So my buddy and I took my dog and we went out camping to one of these lean-tos. And I was a little bit nervous about the bears because they were, number one, we were on the mainland, and number two, they were pretty plentiful that year. Well, we did whatever we had to do and then went to bed, and I was in this old Air Force mummy bag, zippered up the middle. My uncle had given it to me. I hated that bag. Well, there's a good reason for it, I guess. But anyway, in the middle of the night, I hear this noise out by the fire pit, rustling around. And I thought, no, it's either a bear or a raccoon, one or the other. So I tried to get out of that sleeping bag, and I couldn't unzip the thing. It stuck. And I figured, well, how else am I going to scare this thing away? So all I did was I sat bolt upright, my face peeking out of the mummy bag hole. Couldn't get the zipper undone. Sat bolt upright and let out a yell. And when I did, my dog was sleeping next to me. He jumped about that high off the ground. And my buddy was actually the one making the noise. He was out there answering nature's call, and he jumped sky high too. I said, "What are you doing?" He says, "I'm peeing. What do you think I'm doing?" "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm trying to scare away a bear." But it's one of my favorite memories. My grandfather on my mother's side was he was an outdoorsman. He taught me a lot of stuff. And my another uncle, Uncle Mike, he's about 18 months older than I am, so we kind of grew up together, you know. And we had a lot of adventures in the woods. But one I can remember very vividly, Grandpa took us both out bullhead fishing. And you fish for bullheads at night. And I can still just like I'm listening to this fire crackle. Mike and I are out in the boat. Grandpa's on shore, and he's using hand lines, and he's catching bullheads left and right. The only bites we're getting out in the boat are mosquito bites. But I can still hear, I guess it was coyotes, maybe it wolves, I don't know, but the howling off in the distance. And I guess I was probably about 8 or 10 years old then. And, well, maybe a little bit older, maybe 10 or 12. But I remember that. And at that time, there used to be, the trains would still run through the Adirondacks. And about midnight, you could hear the train going through. Woo, woo. A couple of my favorite memories of camping. And we stayed out all night. Stayed out all night. Next day, we slept. Them was the good old days. Well, listen, thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. We got some new subscribers to the family. I want to thank you for joining us. Thanks for all your comments. You have no idea how much I appreciate the words of encouragement. And by the way, there's a guy out there. His name is Mark Bailey. He's got a nice channel. I think he's over in Wales, over across the pond, but he's somewhere over there in the UK. But he's got a channel, a couple of thousand subscribers, and from what I've from what I've gathered, his full-time job is working in the woods. He works for the environmental agency or something, so he's cutting trees and all kinds of stuff. And he has some pretty good skills. He's hand carved spoons and made them really nice and smooth. Works a lot in leather. He does all kinds of stuff. You might want to check out his channel. I'll leave a link in the description below. But so anyway, Allison, I want to thank you all for joining me today. I hope you're all doing well over there. Again, thanks for the new subscribers. Hopefully it's going to get a little bit more frequent for the videos, because I cut my hours back on my day job, and I'm still working the night job, my main job, 6 nights a week. But having a few hours more in the daytime to do this type of thing is much better for me, and hopefully for you. So, take care. Thanks for joining us. My name is Brian. I am an old man in the woods. We'll see you next time. Stay safe out there. Bye-bye.